Hey, this is James with P&W Outdoor Reviews. Today I got a great video because this is a two-in-one video. This is going to be just a quick talk on different fire starters and some Tinder, and I'll be demonstrating them as well. But also the giveaway. This is the video where I start the giveaway. And the giveaway itself is a fire starting theme, just to kind of go along with the topic today. And I'll be picking next Sunday, so a week long giveaway. So give everyone a chance to get entered and have a chance to view the video. So, and I'll be going over the rules toward the end of the video, just to, what I kind of want from you to be entered. But to be included in the giveaway, I'm going to include this Tinder from Ultimate Survival Technology, and I'm going to include more details about this in the video because I'll be demonstrating this for you guys. Survival Outdoors Longer, funny name, but this is a tinder kit that has everything included, a little striker, all the little pieces of tinder. I mean, this is a great kit to get your fire started. These work great. I'll also have more detail about this later. And then just a nice kind of miniature fire striker, just really simple. I like the compact one just for anyone that just wants to keep it in their vehicle or even in their pocket, when you're doing a quick day hike or something. But always good to have one of those, in my opinion. I mean, just any type of fire striker, but we'll go into more about that later. Also to be included from enviro-log, these fire starters, and I've talked about these in a previous video. I'm absolutely in love with these. I'm going to include 3 of these in this giveaway, but these things can burn up to 20 minutes. They're not that large. I mean, they do take up a little bit of space, but for anybody, like I said, if you're just going overnight for a camping trip or a couple days, I mean, let's say you only need one of these to get a good fire going, because this will keep a constant flame burning, like I said, for up to 20 minutes. So I love them. I'm sold, and I have gotten, I've ordered more of them just because, it's cheating. Yes, I will say that, but sometimes it's just nice to, get a fire going easy. So those are the 6 items that I have included in this giveaway for you guys. But overall, the topic of this video, what I really want to just discuss, is the importance, of having some form of fire starting equipment in with your gear. Whether you think you're just going for, a 6-hour hike or a 2-hour hike, it doesn't matter. You should have some form or some ability, I should say, to start a fire, because nobody knows what's going to happen. You cannot predict the future, and we have to really be prepared for anything, because we hear stories every single year of backpackers or hunters who unexpectedly get stranded and they can't get rescued for the next day, especially if there's like a storm coming in that night. Your rescuers can't come get you. So what are you going to do? Yeah, you probably got enough clothing and stuff to stay warm, for at least for a night. But wouldn't you rather be comfortable and a little safer? Because fire isn't just to keep you warm or to cook some meals, but it can also, in your middle of the forest, it keeps predators away. Especially if you are unarmed or maybe only have a knife. Fire can really help create kind of that invisible barrier to protect you from the elements in general and from nature. So that's the one thing I really wanted to stress on this video is, find what works for you, because what I have and what I'm demonstrating, may not be the best tool for you to personally use, but that's why it's important to try out a variety of things and purchase what works, and to always keep it in with your gear, even if it's just a 1-hour little walk. It's good to have on you. So I'm going to go ahead then, we're going to switch up camera angles, and I'm going to start talking about kind of each item that I'm going to be demonstrating, and kind of go more into that as we continue filming. Alright, so starting out, we're talking about the Strikeforce. Now this is from Ultimate Survival Technologies. It's a flint-based fire striker. Very simple to use. So what you have is your flint stick itself, your steel, and all you have to do is just scrape it. You do have to hold this at a little bit of an angle so that the sharp corner scrapes the actual flint, but you can see this puts out a good shower of sparks. Now I like this model itself just because it's a little bit larger compared to some of the other ones, so me having a little bit larger hands, it fits more comfortably, especially because sometimes you do have to stay at this for a while if the tinder happens to be a little bit more wet or things like that, just depending on the situation you're in. But it's just more comfortable. And the nice feature to this one is on the back side, you take the cap off and you have actually a little space back here to hold just some spare tinder, just in case you forgot some, or if you just need more. At least you have a little reserve that stays in this unit itself, and then it just closes up nicely. And you can wrap some additional paracord on this as well. So just a nice, simple, fire striker. But this is my go-to. This is my number one choice personally that I like to keep on me, because it hasn't let me down yet. So next up, also from Ultimate Survival Technologies. Sorry guys. This is a one-handed striker. Now this is a great item to have in with your gear, especially if you're more of the avid, outdoorsman, a lot more hikes and hunting trips. Because if you did happen to injure one of your hands, you can still actually use this to create a fire. Now, I don't like to use this as a primary because it's not as effective compared to a more traditional striker like the one before this, because you do have to be right on top of your tinder, and that can be kind of tough if you're trying not to knock stuff over, or it's just not as effective, especially with the number of sparks that come out. It's still good, but it's just a little bit more of a technique to it. So nice to have, and I do recommend them. It's just, I wouldn't say it should be your primary option, for every use. Just a good backup for those emergencies. Now, a very traditional one you probably see all the time, and I know even the military is quite familiar with these as well, is the Magnesium Blocks. Now, what you do is you would scrape off the magnesium off the block, and then it has the flint striker built into it, typically. Now, you can use your traditional flint strikers if this happened to wear out or maybe just fell off. But again, I would say the negative with these is they're just more time consuming. It's just because you do have to spend quite a bit of time scraping off the magnesium off the block to build a pretty good pile, just depending on what type of tinder you may be using. But once you got yourself a pile, then you flip it around to light the magnesium. So again, it's a lot more effective once you got an actual pile off the block, but these last a really long time, and they hold up. That's the simple thing about them. That's why I like to always have this in with my gear as well, just because they're effective. Magnesium burns a lot hotter compared to just the flint striker itself. So again, if that tinder was a little bit excessively wet, you stand a better chance with something like this. Now, moving on to tinder options. Now, that's also included in the giveaway, but we have the Paratinder, also from Ultimate Survival Technologies. Now, this is 550 paracord. It's got 30 feet itself of paracord in this, but it can also be used as tinder. Inside of this paracord, once you cut it open a little bit, you'll see it's got the nice threads inside, but you'll see a red thread, and hopefully this camera's picking it up a little. But this is actually the component you want to shoot sparks at, because this is actually what starts the burn, and then the rest will burn with it as well. Testing this myself, it honestly is not the best tinder to use. Now, in an emergency situation, it's better than nothing. I can't argue with that. But I find it just hard to light. The overall flame itself is very small, and it's, you really do need to have a knife with you, because you really need to fillet the rope open to expose this, because you really do need to open up the threads a little more so it will catch a spark. Now, the other nice uses for this is you can see all these nice white threads in here. Now, these can be used for like sewing to a suture to even, if you need emergency fishing line. There's a lot of options just inside of this paratinder. So it's got so many uses, and I'm really big on items that have more than one use. So that's why I still like this and I keep it in with my gear, because it's not just, for one thing. So, and in that worst case scenario, you still have tinder to use. So a good item. I do recommend it, but just don't rely on it, I would say, for your for a primary tinder. Now, new to me, from Survive Outdoors Longer, this is the tinder I would recommend you keep in with your gear, because this will fit, especially like in the Strikeforce that I own. You can keep quite a few of these inside. Very easy to light, and it's just little, I'll describe them as little cotton balls pretty much, but they light right away. And it includes a very compact, little finger striker, and you can see it puts out a pretty decent spark. But all you do is light it. Well, okay, usually it lights easier than this. It helps if you do fillet it open, but there we go. So you can see this puts out a really good flame. These burn for about 1 to 2 minutes on average. So again, they're lightweight. They are actually water resistant. So if you happen to drop one of these in the water, you can pick it right back up and it will still continue to burn. They include 20 of those little pieces in one package. And again, it comes with the striker itself. So overall, I'm actually really impressed with these, just because they just work. It produces a really good flame, enough time for you to start piling on little pieces of wood and whatnot to actually get a fire going. So, but we'll push that out of the way so we can talk about other things. Now, I've made a video about these before, but these little Dixie cups full of wax here are from enviro-log. These to me are the greatest things to start a fire. Now, they do take up a little bit more space compared to, more compact, little cotton ball like that. But, if you're just doing an overnighter or two, you can pack a couple of these. But these burn for up to 20 minutes. I mean, and it produces a pretty tall flame. I'm sold by these. I actually keep these in my truck and in my gear, just in case. Love them. So I really can't stress that enough, guys. I'm not trying to sell these, I promise. It's just, it's like the greatest cheat to start a fire, in my opinion. If you're not trying to do it a little more hardcore, these are a treat to have. So, yeah, that's why I'm giving away a few of these for someone to try, just because I got the opportunity to try them and I was sold by them. So, great little things. Now, the other really great option, of course, inside of the Altoids can is the cotton balls. So what you can do is you get your cotton balls and you basically just rub them in with Vaseline. Now, it's a great option as well, because you can stick quite a few cotton balls, and I use these as well quite often, because these also have a really long burn time. They're inexpensive, and that's a nice thing. And this is stuff that most people have already in their house. Again, doesn't matter what type of cotton ball or pad it is, and like I said, a little Vaseline or petroleum jelly, depending on what you want to call it. And you can make quite a few of these. Just shove them in the Altoids can or whatever else you have. And again, they ignite really easy with the conventional, flint strikers. And with that longer burn time, you'll have plenty of time to get your tinder on there to get a real fire going. Alright, so on to the final portion of this video. Now we're talking about the giveaway. So again, with this giveaway, guys, you're getting the paratinder, you're getting the Strikeforce fire starter, which is a miniature edition of a flint striker, and then you're getting a brand new package of the Firelight tinder. So 20 individual little tinders there, and then 3 of the enviro-log fire starters. So the rules are real simple, guys. You need to be a subscriber to my YouTube channel, and you need to leave a comment on this video. Now, not just a comment though. What I want from you guys is, I want to hear, if you like having campfires, and if you don't, that's fine, you can say that. But, you know, where do you like to have your campfire? Is it in the backyard? Is it out in the forest? Or just indoors in your fireplace? I mean, it doesn't matter. Where do you like to light a fire? Just let me know. And you know, if there's anything special, you know, is it about roasting marshmallows with the kids, or you know, just cuddling up with the wife, or you know, or is it just chilling and drinking a beer? I mean, I want to hear it, guys, because I mean, to me personally, just all those things are great. And yeah, if you get some alone time with the fire and a few beers, that's heaven. So, but just yeah, just simply, you know, leave me a short little thing, and I'm gonna be again picking the winner next Sunday, so a week from this video. I'll be announcing the winner, so be on the lookout for that video where I'll be announcing that. But hopefully you guys really enjoy these and get to use them. And guys, I do this for you to just show appreciation, to say thank you for all the support. You know, I don't do this without, you know, you guys give me such positive feedback. It's what makes all this worth it. So again, guys, thank you, and I really want you guys to have a great day.